Thursday, March 31st, 2022 was supposed to be a normal night in St. Paul before volleys of gunfire echoed through the North End.
A motherfucker who play like sports like soccer, basketball, football, they say 40 shorty got in a gunfight in the streets?
Police learned one of the shooters was legally carrying concealed, and initial info said there had been dozens of rounds fired.
I would have said it if he had that motherfucker.
It looks like the suspect vehicle is going to be a silver pickup truck. Is there a Bravo squad at Regions monitoring at all?
Level 401, I copy, thank you.
And there should be another victim coming in that vehicle that left. 363, did they leave? In what direction?
Hey, stay right here.
I know. Who is that?
Hey, where's the other person? Hey, get back.
Who is that?
363, could you add Hotel Alpha 105? Looks like they got one person in their car.
What happened?
Yeah, okay with us.
Stay right there.
Oh.
Hotel Alpha 105 is it's like a small Chevy sedan.
Hold on, I gotta go back, bro.
363, could you add Hotel Alpha 105?
Right,
Looks like they got one person in their car.
Yeah, okay with us.
Stay right there.
Wait, so why would y'all just stay in the car until the police come? Why do people do that?
Hotel Alpha
Would they be
105
trying to,
is
do these people be actually trying to get a check, or they be really hurt or concerned in the car just sitting there? 'Cause ain't no way for it.
it's like a small Chevy sedan.
Unless the car got shot up.
Stay right there.
21-year-old Dion Ford, with a lawful permit to carry, was lying on the ground with his firearm in his hand. Ford was an ex-Central High School basketball and football player who had helped his team win 22 matches, including tough ones against Minneapolis North. After graduating from Central High, Ford played passionately and participated in junior college in North Dakota and Wyoming.
Right.
He pursued an engineering major at Augsburg University in Minneapolis. Ford was a bright child, and naturally people around him, including his coaches, parents, and colleagues, had high hopes for him and his promising future. His friends organized multiple charity drives to honor his life, while the community launched the Dion Ford Scholarship to help aspiring athletes like Ford in their careers. Yet, one question remained. Who killed this young man? Let's go back to the Maryland supermarket on Thursday, March 31st, when two men were suspiciously following Ford. Detectives got their first break in the case when they found Ford on security camera footage from the market near where he was shot. Ford went inside a nearby restaurant with the two suspects who followed him inside the market, still hot on his trail. Their intentions became all too clear when Ford walked over to his Chevy Cobalt on the street outside, and one of the suspects followed from behind. He initially started talking to Ford lightly. However, the CCTV footage showed that his hand was inside his pocket. Shortly after, Ford backed away. The suspect leaned inside his vehicle, possibly searching for something. It was clear to Ford he was about to be robbed or carjacked. This was when Ford decided he wasn't about to let a random robber get his way with him, and did something that would ultimately cost him his life. In this case, the good guy managed to get the first shot off and successfully strike his target. Unfortunately, that would not be the end of the story. The suspect fell to the ground. Pulling out his handgun, he started shooting blindly at Ford. Although Ford tried defending himself, he was shot in the head. Ford
Oh my God. Damn.
Instantly fell to the ground and lost consciousness. As if that wasn't enough for the suspect, he shot Ford an additional 13 times. As Ford lay there lifeless, a Chevrolet Cruze stopped nearby and outwalked a man who then fired more shots at Ford, while the suspect was being helped back into the Chevy Cruze. At 9:15 p.m., Ramsey County authorities received multiple calls from Maryland Avenue with the same information. There was a male bleeding to death in front of them. Ford's body was lying in between the Maryland Market and a restaurant when the police arrived, while the suspect was being helped back into the Chevy Cruze.
Wait, so was Ford trying to crawl like to the restaurant and something to try to get help? Or like what was going on? Like how you get that far? I thought he was by his car.
Was surrounded by multiple shell casings, which suggested that there had been a prolonged exchange of gunfire. According to the report, witnesses said they heard 20 to 40 consecutive gunshots before they called 911. Medical assistance promptly arrived at the scene, and at 9:28 p.m., just 15 minutes later, Ford was pronounced dead. The officers stopped the crews from escaping and found the injured suspect inside, who was transported to Regions Hospital due to his critical condition.
That's
The
crazy.
officers also searched the vehicle for any weapons, but they didn't find any.
They say both men pulled guns out of their pockets and started shooting at each other. And according to the criminal complaint, when they arrived on the scene, they found the men on the ground. Witnesses reported hearing 20 to 40 shots.
Oh my God.
Police say they found a permit to carry in Ford's wallet. He had a gunshot wound to the head and was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say
DOA
Ford was
at the
already on the
scene.
ground when Bell shot 13 more times at his lifeless body. Ford's death is sending shockwaves through the youth sports community.
On April
That's why y'all
4th,
gotta be careful,
2022, Ramsey County authorities issued an arrest warrant for 21-year-old D'Angelo Dampier, the carjacker's accomplice who pulled up on the shooting scene and fired more rounds at Ford. Dampier revealed that the Chevrolet Cruze belonged to his girlfriend, Vivian.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not only be treated like part of the family,
Who drove Dampier and his brother,
So you
23-year-old
telling
Xavion Tyrese Bell, to the supermarket.
When Vivian backs in, you guys get out, you go into the store first, right? And then you go to the restaurant.
Yep.
And then you run into this other gentleman that was involved in this. Do you know his name? You don't know? Okay.
Man, y'all know who that was, bro. Ain't no way, because in the store, why is y'all even saying something to him if y'all don't know who he is? Why is y'all even having any type of communication with Buddy? Y'all was on some weird shit from the jump.
His name was Mr. Ford.
Right.
Dion? Do you know Dion Ford? Have you ever seen him before?
No, but I just figured out who he hangs around.
Okay. All right.
When asked about Ford, Dampier said he didn't know who he was or why they were following him. He also claimed that Bell didn't know Ford before the incident.
So why y'all was following him then if y'all don't know who he is? If y'all claim y'all don't know who he is, why is y'all following this young gentleman that plays sports? He could have been somewhere rich as he is right now. He would have been a star. Y'all just took his whole life away. Y'all
And
goofy.
some of the things I find you being very truthful, and some things you're not being truthful about. Now remember,
Bro,
you
Gray,
watch a lot of
that's
video.
lame.
Okay. And you run back to the car because why?
I heard the shot.
Okay. So what does shots mean to you? I mean,
I don't know, it's just like, I felt something in I just felt a weird feeling. Because I didn't know who was getting shot at or
Right.
who was shooting.
Right.
I just had that feeling. It's like my body told me to go back to the store.
mm-hmm.
And that's when I seen them two laid out on the floor. So I helped my brother up. I told her to help me call somebody to do something, trying to take him to the hospital.
That's when you helped your brother up. Why is you leaving your brother behind if you said y'all both came to the store together? Suspicious.
And told me he couldn't move or nothing. And yeah.
Okay. So you had a weird feeling. Because generally when you hear shots fired in the neighborhood, which I'm sure you do,
Yes,
you don't run towards them, do you?
No. Well, it depends if one of my homies or if one of my brothers is in that spot, I'm gonna go back. But if it's like
You
all my
smirking
people,
and smiling like you don't even give a fuck. You trying to come up with anything in your head on the spot, and it don't sound good and clear.
with me, I'm not gonna go back. I don't care.
Okay.
Nothing to do.
So he hands you a gun or a phone.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do with that object? You put it in your sweatshirt, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan with that object? What are you going to do with it? Try to protect your brother?
I guess so.
Did you ever hide it in the car, or you always kept it in your sweatshirt?
Wait. What was it? What they talking about? A pipe?
You took it with you.
Or the
Where'd you do with that gun?
right? What the gun? What a gun?
I don't really remember. I either tossed it or I don't know. Somebody took it from me while I put it down or some shit like that. Because I went to the house that night and
What house did you go to?
my house.
Your house. Is it still at the house?
No, that's what I'm saying. My shoes is gone. Some people went in there and took all my
You
shit.
sound like you look at him. He trying to get on the best possible story that he can to keep his brother safe, or to not implicate that he did something too.
The investigator then asked what Dampier did when he saw his brother lying on the ground,
Right.
to which he responded, "Right hand to God, I shot." Dampier initially told the police that he shot 5 to 6 times, but he later confessed that he emptied his entire 9mm when he reached the scene. Towards the end, Dampier expressed his frustration at how Ford was being made out to be the innocent citizen who tragically died, and they are being blamed as murderers.
What you
After a
mean?
thorough
Why is y'all
investigation,
following him?
Dampier was charged with
Why is
possessing
y'all
a
even
firearm
If y'all don't know this man, why is y'all saying something to him? Being sneaky, walking around, and y'all got pipes on y'all damn self. That don't sound weird to y'all. Sound kind of weird to me, shit.
Aiding a criminal in second-degree murder on March 31st, alongside illegal possession of a gun.
Right.
On February 1st, 2023, justice was finally served as Ramsey County Judge Andrew Gordon sentenced Dampier, the second shooter, to 25 years in prison.
Does that look like he shoot people for fun? If you don't come back with a quarter, he doing something to you. He sent you to the store to go get something for his baby mama, and you don't never come back, he getting you.
Imprisonment. The state had initially requested 367 months, which would have been the maximum under state sentencing guidelines,
Right.
while Dampier asked the judge for 15 years. However, the judge denied both demands, saying he held Bell, the first shooter,
Right.
more responsible for the incident.
Right, because
Bell's
y'all
brother
said
is
some of y'all
already
all
behind
behind
bars
him
for
for me.
his
That's
role
weird
in
to
the
see
murder.
him.
Back in February, a jury found D'Angelo Dampier guilty of several counts, including
Right.
aiding and abetting second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Bell's plea deal also required him to enter guilty pleas in 2 other cases for a total of 5 first-degree
Yeah, y'all talk about some y'all the innocent ones. If y'all was innocent, what did Dion do to y'all? Y'all ain't saying that he did anything to y'all. It sound like y'all the ones that did something first.
aggravated robbery convictions.
So he
Bell
trying
was
to
given
protect
30
his
years
life.
imprisonment, and it was established that the incident was triggered by Bell's attempt to rob Ford,
Right.
who simply fired in his defense
Right.
and was permitted to carry a gun.
Right. And bro, yeah, he a strike. Who not
You
finna
know
walk
who that
around with no
person
paper on
is.
them games?
Ford, a star athlete and former Central High
You don't
School
know?
student, was
Oh, yeah.
respected and loved by so many, including
tweaking.
his former wrestling coach, teacher, and mentor,
Spent a lot of time with him.
Dominique Gilmer.
I showed him that I cared about him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to, do well." This is a goofy kid that wanted to do well.
Every year, you're losing loved ones to gun violence. He has committed it's disgusting, and for him to be so.
I ain't gonna lie, these people that did that is some pigs.